开始，全场一起，最后5秒，来倒数5、4。First, let's meet the world number 3, 大敌 WANG Yidi from China. And the next, the world number 1, Shatou Yingsha from China.
Well, here comes the red-hot favourite, the defending champion, the world number 1. It is Yingsha. This place is packed out for Yingsha. That's what she does. She fills stadiums. Alongside me, Riley Fraser. Yingsha versus WANG Yidi. What a matchup this is going to be.
Great to be with you here, Rebecca, on this final day of play. Indeed, what a way to set the tone with Yingsha, the world number 1 in action here, against someone who's beaten her a few times, WANG Yidi, someone who is very, very dangerous on her day, and now, of course, it goes to best of 7, adds a different kind of dynamic here as well.
Let's have a look then at the head-to-head. It's in favour of Yingsha, world number 1 by quite some distance. WANG Yidi 2 spots behind her at the top of the standings. But the head-to-head, Fraser, does favour Yingsha, as does the momentum. Won in Singapore Smash winner, and has 5 WTT Champions titles to her name. WANG Yidi, it's a different story for her. She hasn't won a title since 2023.
She'd love to water this drought. It was Frankfurt where she came out on top, beating actually Yingsha in the semi-finals there a couple of years ago. But what will happen today?
Toss please. Red or blue? Red or blue? Red for WANG Yidi, blue for Yingsha. Red, WANG Yidi turn. What do you want? Receive, which side? Good match.
WANG Yidi wins the toss, and of course this pair know each other incredibly well. They met just last month in the Singapore Smash in the semi-final. Yingsha going on to win this one, but let's have a little look at the last time they clashed. This one, a thriller between this pair, as you'd expect, Fraser.
Absolutely. I mean, there were so many fantastic stories here. This was Yingsha's toughest match, actually, against WANG Yidi, winning juice in the 7th to claim her spot in the final. Ended up facing Kwai Manin, didn't she? The protege, who she beat more convincingly than WANG Yidi in this match.
Getting a best of 7, as you touched on there, just adds a different dynamic to things. We've had best of 5 throughout the week, but today they've got to go even further. So the 24-year-old world number 1 by quite some distance, 14 WTT titles to her name, 5 of them at champions level. And she is the champion-elect. This crowd expects great things from Yingsha. That's the route to the semi-final, and that was such a fascinating match, wasn't it? Against Satsuki. That was tough for Yingsha.
Oh, it was also tough. I mean, she could have gone 2-0 down, just the edge keeping her in it. After Odo had saved those game points, she beat her back-to-back European champion, and of course Du Hoi Kem as well, before facing the Japanese upcomer.
Well, let's have a look then at WANG Yidi and her route through to this semi-final. This is the stage last year at which she was dumped out of the tournament, lost to Wang Manyu. But this is her route to the semi-finals, coming up again, just like her opponent today, against a Japanese player. She took on Hina Hayata in the quarterfinals, beat her 3-1. Fraser, you were watching that one. That was another interesting match. Not as tough a test as for Yingsha, but a tough one nevertheless.
Yeah, Hayata, a player who's beaten her at the World Championships and Asian Games, so that would have felt great for WANG Yidi as we're looking here at what they're playing on with and for on this final day.
And it's fascinating to think that WANG Yidi is without a trophy since Frankfurt, the champions in 2023. Her opponent, Yingsha, very much in the ascendancy, and that is the fan vote. It perhaps is a little closer than history suggests.
Perhaps, I mean, but this could be a 50-50 battle. Could go down to the wire as it did recently in Singapore. WANG Yidi's beaten Yingsha 4 times in all of their overall meetings.
Yingsha versus WANG Yidi. The first game, Yingsha to
Almost ready to get underway here. Wang is a player we are used to seeing making deep runs in this tournament, but can she get to the final? That is a question she must come past. Sun Yingsha looking for back-to-back titles.
One love.
I'm sure this is going to be a fantastic semi-final here. These two meeting once again at the champions level. Wang Yidi undoubtedly the underdog. But stylistically, these two not that different, both right-handed attackers.
1-0.
Both so compact, so agile, nimble, explosive where they need to be.
Massive pressure from Sun Yingsha, forcing Wang Yidi into that backhand error into the net. And it's interesting, Fraser, a player like Wang Yidi, since she won that WTT Champions in Frankfurt, she's reached the finals on 6 tournaments thereafter and has finished runner-up on each occasion. That's going to be a mental block, perhaps.
3-1.
Yeah, that must feel awful, let's be honest. She'd love to lay her ghost to rest here, the third seed. And so close on so many occasions. Most notably the contender Tai Yuan, where she lost to Chen Xintong after having a match point. But again, that flashback to the recent Singapore smash. Just a couple of points away from getting through to that final.
4-1.
Sun Yingsha needed a good start here, needed to make a statement. She's looking for her 15th, is it? WTT senior title here, Rebecca.
It's an incredible statistic, just 24 years of age as well.
That's put away really seamlessly there from Wang Yidi. In the women's game, the two right-handers, you see a lot of backhand-to-backhand rallies.
2-4.
And then a spontaneous switch of play, trying to stitch and then stretch the opponent. There we saw it from Wang Yidi. Beautiful on that power out. But these two as well can pivot so quickly and play such powerful forehands. If you are going to go into backhand, better make it high quality.
Let 3-4.
Well, that was high quality.
Oh.
Forehand scorching down the diagonal. And Wang Yidi draws level. Sun Yingsha, 4-1 up, has been pegged right back.
It's a gorgeous forehand flick from Wang Yidi. She struck it right when the iron was hot. At the peak of the bounce, came right through the back of the ball. Recognised it wouldn't be long enough to wait for, and floaty enough to come in like that and do it. Sun Yingsha opting for the slower, spinnier option there. Look how much physicality went into that slower ball. Brilliant. Barely any space to work with off that half long. It was a decent receive from Wang Yidi. The noise in here, Rebecca. Unbelievable. I see like what, 5 layers here in the stadium of fans.
Massive forehand from Wang Yidi. Powers past Sun Yingsha.
So then, second towel break, nothing to separate the pair. And hear the overwhelming amount of crowd support that Sun Yingsha has here. She's the most famous sportswoman in China.
Let 6-0.
Yeah, it is amazing the crowd she draws. If you walk around outside in the fan zone, the majority of merchandise has got her face on it.
Yeah, baby Buddha, as they call her. Oh, what a shot from Wang Yidi. That angle, sublime. Abbreviated her stroke. She came round the side of the ball. It's all just a blur on the other side. Sun Yingsha, full commitment. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible from Wang Yidi. In the lead again.
Eight, 6.
And this is interesting now. Wang Yidi, the player to get herself ahead, only slightly, just 2 points in it. But remember, Sun Yingsha was 4-1 up. She had a 3-point lead that now seems like a very long time ago indeed.
Beautiful touch play initially there from Sun Yingsha. Not easy to do, just feint the ball over, feather it over with the backhand. And she took on the first opener from an interesting positions, so she had to play with additional spin. That was an investment shot, and it paid off.
Play. 8-7.
Wang Yidi getting caught a bit passive there.
Well, that was big pressure from Sun Yingsha. She got Wang Yidi off balance. She had to lean back to be in with a chance of making that return.
And right leg actually coming in, despite being squared to the table with the backhand. You can still see actually a little bit of weight transfer coming into that one. Wang Yidi looking a little bit miffed here. Backhand to backhand rally, Sun Yingsha hitting the edge of the table. Not a thin edge, returnable, but made it very, very difficult, of course. 3 in a row from Sun Yingsha.
Nine, 4.
These are big points now as we edge towards the end of a tense opening game. Finally poised at 9 points all.
9-0.
And it's game point, Sun Yingsha. This is the mark, and it's Wang Yidi who earns the slight advantage. Can she convert this though?
It's another outrageous winner, untouchable.
Wang Yidi wraps up the opening game. Sun Yingsha humbled in the first game of this semi-final. That was one that really could have gone either way, but Wang Yidi converts the single game point. Absolutely no mistake from the world number 3.
Well, it's interesting because when they played in Singapore, 3 of the 4 games were separated by a margin of 2 points, and it was Wang Yidi who won them. Shatou only coming in clutch in the very last game. So, when the going gets tough, Wang Yidi can really get going, even against Sun Yingsha. That's impressive.
Well, look at that. Sun Yingsha, what a landmark, a milestone that she has made. 101 WTT wins to her name. That really is quite some feat. Wang Yidi, she's 10 wins away from triple figures. Really quite incredible statistics. But Sun Yingsha, wow, she is just head and shoulders above the rest.
She's won more Champions events than most players will ever even win a feeder. 5 Champions titles to her name.
Sky's the limit for Sun Yingsha.
It's incredible. She doesn't even play feeder events. Only ever played the one contender. That's where we're seeing on the men's side, Yingsha has actually beaten Wang Chuqin to 100 wins because he was playing some of the easier WTT series events. Sun hasn't, and yet still won that race. Undoubtable dominance.
Good love.
What a shot, what an angle.
That was simply emphatic. That first one, such a spinny backhand, and there, so compact, taking it out in front. Basically no backlift. Pinpoint precision from the world number 1.
1-3.
Wang Yidi gets the first point on the board courtesy of a mistake from Sun Yingsha. It's a much needed point for Wang Yidi. She doesn't want to let world number 1 stretch into any kind of lead here. She needs to keep touch.
Oh, well done there out of that crossover as well. The depth of that push would have surprised many, many players. Wang Yidi had to actually adapt there, had to improvise because she wasn't expecting the push there. Shatou not giving much away with that 4 motion, not leaving any clues. That was a brilliant third ball.
3-4.
It's just finding a new level now after a slow start in this second game. That's 2 really impressive points.
Again, it's that forehand flick as well.
Well, it was an ambitious one for Wang Yidi.
A cunning serve from Shatou. That's the identical motion of the serve there. Looked like she was going to perhaps play tight backspin. Ended up playing a long serve right into the corner. It was quick, it was deep.
Well, that was absolutely stunning. That was incredible, that change of direction from Wang Yidi, crafty from the world number 3.
Just reaching there. It's just incredible. She's played a few like that. Is that going to make Sun Yingsha more afraid to pivot, to play the forehand from the backhand? Wang's been so reliable.
5-4.
Here, just playing a wide touch. Shatou dropping the bat. Trying to create some dwell here. Didn't come through it enough there, the world number 1. There wasn't that much backspin on that touch from Wang Yidi.
Good pressure from Sun Yingsha.
Started out with a really cutting push. There's a borderline strawberry push there from Sun Yingsha. Didn't quite have the after motion, but the way she contacted it just created a little bit of hesitation, and then she built upon that well.
lightning quick from Sun Yingsha.
It's easy to forget because it's over the course of a best-of-7, but every single moment matters. Wang Yidi could take this second game. She'd be halfway there already.
Let 6-5. Let 6-5.
Stomps her feet in frustration and she goes just long. The momentum now swinging back, 2 points in favour of Sun Yingsha. The serve working well that time.
And again, smart shot selection. She doesn't overcommit. She adds rotation to the ball. She ensures safety while playing aggressively. It's controlled aggression.
5-7.
It's not wild. She's not losing her posture. Important that she won both points there on serve.
Six, 7.
Wang Yidi, important of course for her to win the point on her own serve as well, and that was a good point from Wang Yidi.
See how wide her base is. Such a naturally low centre of gravity like Sun Yingsha. You know, exposed areas aren't obvious with Wang Yidi.
Seven, all.
Well, a stroke of good luck for the world number 3, but she won't mind how she won the point. The point is that she won it. She's drawn level.
Just kisses the edge there, completely unreturnable for Sun Yingsha. Big pressure on the defending champion here.
7, all. Let.
Just waiting for the crowd to quieten down here, the players. Some very, very excited fans.
7, 8.
Well, these are increasingly interesting times in this second game, edging towards the end of it. The players split by just a single point. Like you said, Fraser, pressure on Sun Yingsha losing that opening game, and if Wang Yidi does manage to get this one over the line, she's halfway there.
This is massive here, this moment. Can Sun Yingsha take control, take the reins back away from the world number 3.
What a way to do it.
That iconic third ball kill from Sun Yingsha. Imperious. Slapped herself on the cheek there, Wang Yidi. That receive wasn't quite good enough. Fine, fine margins. Brilliant shot from Wang Yidi. The Sun Yingsha was coming into the table and she was completely caught off guard. The speed, the depth on that push. She spotted a shift in Sun Yingsha's body and went right against the grain there. Really crafty play.
Two game points now for Wang Yidi. This to wrap up the second game, go 2 games up against the defending champion and the world number 1. This is massive.
And the youngsters watch on. Kwai Man, Chen Yi, Xu Yi.
Sun Yingsha serving, facing 2 game points. Saves the first in emphatic fashion.
There's a bit of swagger in that final forehand. For the first time we saw her play the shovel serve from the middle of the table. Look at that one there. An inside-out forehand.
9-10.
Composure there to play that at that moment. Incredible.
But it's Wang Yidi who keeps her composure, wraps up the second game by 11 points to 9. This was certainly not what this crowd would have wanted. It's not what Sun Yingsha would have anticipated, but Wang Yidi is in control of this semi-final. You'd have to go back to Frankfurt 2023 to find the last time that Wang Yidi was able to get past the world #1, and she is now halfway there.
What a start, but not won convincingly. 9-9. Sun Yingsha still in this match, make no mistake.
Third game.
Here we go, the tension mounting down at the table. Sun Yingsha with a lot to think about. You know, Fraser, fine margins, like you said, just 2 points in it in those opening 2 games. Can Wang Yidi keep that momentum? Will Sun Yingsha flip the script?
Love 1.
Well, she has to continue, Wang Yidi, to treat each point on its own merit. Can't afford to begin to think about the finish line. And the same goes for Sun Yingsha, but can she play with a little bit less pressure on her shoulders now that she has her back against the ropes? Oh, nearly there. Good effort from Sun Yingsha. We saw a little bit of vulnerability though in the world #1 at the final of the recent Asian Cup. She was beaten in 4 straight games by Wang Manyu. Dominant, yes, but untouchable, no.
And that's the interesting thing about these Chinese players, because, you know, they all know each other so well. They live together, they train together, they breathe table tennis together, day in, day out.
That's the thing, how do you keep any secrets?
This is it.
And it's funny when we got a little sneak peek into the expressions of the youngsters, the young Chinese stars sat courtside here. They didn't look too surprised that Wang Yidi was touching distance from going 2 games up. Happens, doesn't it?
Yidi with a 3-point lead to start off this 3rd game. Sun Yingsha not looking entirely comfortable.
Just caught a little bit flat-footed. I mean, look, she was shaken and stirred yesterday, courtesy of Satsuki Odo's fantastic performance. You would have thought she had less pressure, though, against Wang Yidi. Wang Yidi is better than Odo, but losing to a teammate, more excusable.
Yeah, absolutely. But that match against Satsuki Odo, there's not really any way of knowing how much that would have taken out of Sun Yingsha. It was a monstrous battle. It was an epic. It was just a blockbuster, really.
Yeah, definitely. Watch that one back on our YouTube channel. Feels like the first time in quite a long time we've seen a backhand down the line winner like that played from Sun Yingsha.
Great recovery in that point as well. Great adaptability, shifting her body weight. Wang Yidi going for the killer blow, finds the net instead.
Again, that forehand flick played to perfection. That time, though, Sun Yingsha had the antidote. Great recovery, great read. Wang hasn't missed one of those forehand flicks, has she? And it's such a difficult shot to play.
How did she get that back?
Drew some ums and ahs from the crowd there. So aggressive, long push to backhand, covers her own, plays that line.
Six, 4.
And the crowd here really trying to do their bit to G up Sun Yingsha. First service error of the match.
6, 5.
This is the moment now then where Wang Yidi knew she had Sun Yingsha a little bit ruffled, but she has to continue to take initiative. Can't afford for Sun Yingsha to lapse at all.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, of course, no coaches in the corner for when the timeouts happen.
Yeah, Marlin, the head coach of the Chinese women's team, Cho Yika, will be certainly watching on here, but like you say, Rebecca, not wanting to get involved. Leaving it to the players, showing no kind of bias. It's possible to say who benefits more from that.
Oh, the push into the net, the lead for Wang Yidi is re-established. Just going along with the forehand, allows Sun Yingsha back into it at 7 points all.
She's played well with the backhand this game, Sun Yingsha. Slowing things down, that time playing right into that crossover of Wang Yidi. The right pocket area, suffocating her for space, forcing her to have to move to play a forehand.
The speed from Sun Yingsha is something else.
Venomous. Can't hit a backhand any sweeter than that.
7, 8.
Oh, but that forehand.
8, 9.
Why are Sun Yingsha?
Wang Yidi has played so well with the forehand. It's been a real weapon for her today.
It really has, Rebecca. I mean, that flick again, we'll mention it, but that time she went into the middle. She knew Sun was expecting it to the forehand, because that's the area Wang Yidi had gone into every time with that shot until now.
Sun Yingsha is not giving up on this one. Edges ahead once again, but this is going to be a third incredibly tight game. This really is edge of your seat stuff. You get the sense that the crowd are feeling a little nervous. Never mind how the players are feeling. Sun Yingsha into the far corner, down the diagonal, earns herself 2 game points. Can she get her first game on the board?
It's like the movie scene where the hero turns their back to the exploding building and just walks away. The credits roll. Sun Yingsha with that little shoulder shrug as well. So much swagger. And to do it then and there sums her up completely.
Well, you talk about movie analogies, Fraser, and that is a twist. The first of 2 game points has now disappeared for Sun Yingsha. Can she convert this one?
She's looked unflappable, Wang Yidi. Could she save another?
for the defending champion. Crowd on their feet as she gets her very first game of the match on the board.
Brilliant, again, getting Wang Yidi into that transition zone. She knows when Wang Yidi's staying rooted to the backhand, and when Wang is wanting to play the forehand, it's too little too late. I'm sure we'll see some changes, but this time it's a reciprocated scoreline. 11-9 to Sun Yingsha.
Fascinating, the two making their way back to the table, not even looking up, not even looking at each other. Complete and utter
First game,
focus.
Wang Yidi to serve. Love, oh.
Interesting to think about Wang Yidi's career path so far. Hasn't been her results against teammates that's held her back, stopped her chance to play, for example, the Olympic Games. It was results against foreign players, especially Hina Hayata.
Love, 1.
That result in Durban, 21-19 in the 7th, and then the Asian Games. Now she's beating those players. She beat Hayata in the last round, beat Ito before her. If she can beat now Sun Yingsha on a more regular basis, who knows what the future could hold for her.
Well, 28 years of age now, she is old, I guess, in Chinese table tennis terms, certainly. Given the strength and depth of the youngsters rising rapidly through the ranks, but who knows if she can get a result here. Huge moment.
I'd say that Sun Yingsha, Wang Wenyu, Kuai Man are rare exceptions. I mean, we saw Lu Shiwen winning the World Championships on her 10th try in 2019. Wang Yidi around the peak age, the prime age at 28, I would say. But obviously, like you suggested, older than the best players right now in the women's side. Makes it even more crucial that she can lay her ghost to rest.
Love,
Well, it's looking increasingly difficult now. Sun Yingsha 4 points clear after getting that boost of winning the third.
Love, 5.
Now Wang Yidi is going to have to be mentally very strong now.
You look gobsmacked, Rebecca. I mean, it doesn't seem like 2 minutes ago since it was 2-0 to Wang Yidi. Probably going to go 2-2 now at least. Look at that. Could have been drinking a cup of tea, Sun Yingsha, when she played that backhand flick.
Yeah, that was casual. Sun Yingsha very much on the rise now. 6 points, 6 unanswered points in game 4.
6, love.
She returned the net so well. Wang Yidi had to keep her focus here. Good recovery to redirect with that forehand.
And finally, a point on the board in game number 4 for Wang Yidi.
Oh, it's fairly cavalier as well. It's a flash in the crowd.
No flash, please.
Yep.
请关闭闪光灯。2-6。
And what we learned from seeing Sun Yingsha is that you should never drop your head. You're fighting against your opponent, you don't want to fight against yourself as well. Sun Yingsha managed to sweep everything under the carpet so quickly.
And that's what's so great about individual sports, about racket sports, because it's just you and your opponent. It's such a psychological battle as well.
It demands so much. And that's why we see top table tennis players mature so quickly. It's only you to blame if you lose. There's 1,000 ways to win a match, so if you lose it, you know you did something wrong. But with respect to China, I mean, they've got that many players. You're bound to have a rich product after your filtering process.
5-7.
Oh well, Wang Yidi making up the ground here. Sun Yingsha looked as though she was out of sight in game number 4, but Wang Yidi has just been working her way through, slowly and calmly, back through these points.
Well, she's played a troublesome number of backhand winners cross table there, right off the serve.
5-7.
Sun Yingsha not going to use her timeout. Neither player's used it yet so far.
How about that 1 point now? This has been an impressive comeback from the world number 3. Look at that. It's amazing how quickly the momentum can shift. 6 of the last 8 now have gone in favour of Wang Yidi. And it's Sun Yingsha who's been forced into the timeout. And this is interesting because Wang Yidi will know that she's got Sun Yingsha rattled.
Well, as much as we say you should never rest on your own laurels or never get carried away, it did kind of seem written in the stars that Sun Yingsha would level here. Take it to 2-all with the lead that she had.
Well, no coaches in the corner. Sun Yingsha called the timeout. What do you think, Fraser, that she will have been thinking during that 1 minute of respite away from the table?
I don't think that she will have been thinking too much. Easy to get into a state of overthinking. It's just a case of winning another point.
6-7.
It's a case of staying relaxed. Keeping the fundamentals strong more than anything, really, because that's what can really shatter when you feel a bit of pressure.
So that will have gone some way to easing the pressure. On Sun Yingsha, 2 points.
Sensing when your opponent is keen to rally. That long push can really shut their game down.
A well-timed timeout for Sun Yingsha.
And since that timeout, she hasn't played a hard driving shot. Playing with additional rotation, more arc, slowing the game down. Not giving Wang Yidi much to feed off. That's wise.
That 9-6. 6.
Yingsha to bring up 4 game points. What a response to the pressure from the world number 1.
And when the hammer blow comes, it lays down the law. That receiver was asking for it. 4 game points.
She only needed the one. Yingsha wraps up the 4th game, levels at 2 games all, and that is the most comprehensive win in a game so far. She fought off the pressure from the WANG Yidi comeback, timed the timeout to utter perfection, and levels at 2 games all, 11-6 in the 4th.
Yeah, that was genius from Yingsha. Knowing her opponent so well and really using the correct tactics at the right times, not overcommitting, slowing the game down, injecting pace only when she really needed to. WANG Yidi was too rigid. She was too keen to finish. Had in mind the way that she wanted to win the points. Yingsha said, well, I'm not going to give you anything to work with here. That's why she's been the world number 1 player for 146 weeks.
Trying to work out how many years that is. 146.
Nearly 3, I guess.
Yeah, so impressive, and that's what sets the best apart from the rest, is just that ability to turn things around when you're on the back foot, when things aren't going your way. It's that ability to think, well, what do I need to change? How can I get myself ahead? And that's exactly what we've seen from Yingsha in the last 2 games.
And it's a power that often fans like to think about, but it isn't that defines her. There's more to it than just that. You really get the sense that she's a table tennis genius, Yingsha, and she doesn't even need to use her most outstanding shots to win. Get a sense of the cunning, crafty aspects of her game.
And she's so incredibly physically fit as well. She trains so hard, hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I went into the training hall earlier on in the event, and goodness me, the physical coach was really putting her through her paces.
The frustration for WANG Yidi, who's trying to land a killer blow with that forehand, falls short and finds the net instead. Stamps the feet in frustration. Yingsha just made it really difficult with the angle of that penultimate shot.
I think just the calmness of Yingsha flustered WANG Yidi. WANG Yidi perhaps falling into the trap of thinking that she should win the match. Being the player that got off to the better start. But there is no divine right. Got to remember that. The bigger they are, the harder.
Best of 7, of course. It is not over by some stretch. Immense pressure from WANG Yidi. Pressure pays off. Rewarded for the aggression.
A smothering play. She actually saw Yingsha pivot and said, okay then, take this one on, try this one on for size. Played it right into that crossover section. Leaving Sun in a regrettable position.
4.
Completely turning the tables now, the world number 1. And mentally, this is an uphill battle now for Wang Yidi.
It's a best of 7, but you get the sense that whoever wins this game has certainly got the psychological edge.
100%. Because it would also feel good for Wang Yidi to say enough is enough.
5-3.
Get back into the lead again, just be so close to finishing it. But if Sun can win it, well, I'd fancy to finish it in 6.
5-4.
Not the kind of player Yingsha to blow a lead. Not the kind of player to loosen her grip. It's a variation that's helping both players. Wang Yidi wants to play the backhand-to-backhand rallies, but then she keeps getting caught into that crossover. Playing with additional spin will help her.
Play. 5-0.
Particularly with the backhand cross table and the forehand down the line or into middle.
6-5.
How about that? The forehand down the diagonal.
Once again. What's that? 3 or 4 now where she's played that to perfection. But it's all set up by the serve. That's better. Much better combination from Wang Yidi.
And again, momentum shift.
It was key.
And there's the question as well of saving energy, because whoever wins this semi has to play again later in the final. It's a tough, tough day at the office for whoever gets through this one.
Third cross, Chen Qin-tong, the world number 4, facing Wang Man-yu, the world number 2, in the other semi-final. Only Chinese players remaining here in the women's singles.
That 6-7.
Superb flick from Wang Yidi to re-establish the 2-point lead.
Didn't put so much topspin into that. Yingsha looked really miffed herself. Wang Yidi waiting for something that never really came fully through. Good change of pace from Yingsha.
Oh, how about that for pace?
7-9.
That was lightning quick from Wang Yidi.
Blistering. Good momentum for the world number 3. Kept her composure there. Had the closure required.
Wang Yidi looking for the game point. She's denied.
Even despite getting a touch of the tape, Yingsha got it back and recovered. as Wang Yidi tried to play a faded finish down the line. Unbelievable.
8, 9.
A brick wall there, Yingsha.
Time out.
Wang Yidi now using her timeout. Yingsha, of course, has already taken advantage of hers and came out firing after it. Will the same effect happen for Wang Yidi?
Time.
Yidi just wanted to take a moment just to settle herself. Yingsha, though, with the serve, Wang Yidi will be hoping to earn herself a couple of game points. Yingsha taking her time to get back to the table. Wang Yidi having to wait. It's an anxious wait. These are really nervy moments in this fifth game. Yingsha goes long. It's 2 game points now for Wang Yidi.
During that timeout, I was just thinking to myself, you know, Wang Yidi, 4 years older, getting to that stage now where there can't really be any silver linings to these kind of losses. She has to win this, the world number 3.
That. 10.
And I think that she's just trying to use that pressure as fuel to her fire.
Yingsha saves the first of 2 game points. It's a wry smile across the face of Wang Yidi.
Again, slowing it down mid-rally, creating a contrast. Yingsha.
Yingsha levels at 10 points all. Now this is pressure.
Watch this. Backhand to backhand rally. Sun trying to change the pace of the game, but it touches the tape. Completely ruffles the feathers of Wang Yidi. 2 game points saved. And now serves will alternate at deuce. Stand and deliver. That slow wide serve, so difficult for Wang Yidi to receive with power.
10,
And Sun
11.
with an all cards on the table finish. That was epic.
Oh, well, that was epic as well. These players just pushing each other to higher and higher levels. 11 points, oh, what a finish it's going to be to this 5th game.
I like the way you put that, Rebecca. I think they're both bringing out the best of each other.
11 all.
A collective consciousness, the legends of Marlin and others passing down selflessly to these stars.
well, it's Sun Yingsha's start that's on the rise at the minute. She's got the game point. Can Wang Yidi repeat the feat of a couple of points ago and level once again?
Play.
Well, she'll have the serve. She'll do everything she can to make sure Sun Yingsha can't pivot. Oh, sure enough.
Well, that was unplayable. Sun Yingsha, 13 points to 11 in the fifth. That was the game of the match so far. What a finish to the fifth game, but it's Sun Yingsha who has the advantage now, leading by 3 games to 2. Wang Yidi will be ruining opportunities missed. Game points at 10-8, game point at 10-9. Sun Yingsha edging out the fifth game. Well, warming up inside the practice hall, away from the fever inside the Infinity Arena. It's Shen Qingtong and Wang Manyu. They'll be next up at the table. The world number 4 and the world number 2 warming up together for now. It's all smiles, they're friends, but they will be foes once they take to the table, looking for a place in the final. That one follows this battle between the defending champions Sun Yingsha and Wang Yidi. Wang Manyu, of course, finalist last year. She'll be looking to repeat the feat. Came up short against Sun Yingsha in 2024, but she must get past Shen Qingtong if she's to get to the final. Well, Sun Yingsha a game away from the final, the defending champion.
Of course, because we have the semis and the final on the same day. You got to think about the energy of the players, the time to prepare if you do get through to the final.
And in the other semi, whoever's watching this one will want this one to go as long as possible.
Yeah.
They'll want their potential opponent to be tired out. There's also the interesting sort of mental side of it. How after, you know, the tension, the pressure, everything that a semi-final brings, how do you then calm yourself down and prepare for a final in the same day?
You don't get that much time to prepare. Or to rest, more importantly.
Sun Yingsha means business. Moving 3 points clear in what could be the last game of this match.
Unbelievable forehands.
3 love.
It's so difficult to tell where she's going to go before she plays it.
1-3.
It takes so much strength of character to be able to stay calm when you see Sun Yingsha on the other side of the net, revving back. It's like impending doom, even for Wang Yidi.
Let 1-3.
Difficult as well for Wang Yidi to shake off the disappointment of the last game, those game points that she couldn't convert.
So close, but it'll feel so far now.
Wow, the power behind Sun Yingsha's forehand is just another level.
She's just uncontainable right now. Look at this shot, that swivel. Continuing that momentum that she accumulated in the previous game. Showing absolutely no sign of slowing.
6-1.
So difficult for Wang Yidi as well, with 10,000 fans inside the arena, the majority of them all shouting for the world number one. Oh, a bit of fortune for Wang Yidi. The ball just plopping over the net.
He needed something like that. Could do with a couple of more slices of fortune here, Wang Yidi. Too good. Just too good from Yingsha. That short touch meant that there was only a few options for Wang Yidi, and that's how she was able to get in position for that backhand from the middle so quickly. She's in her flow state now, Yingsha.
Yeah, look at that, 6 points ahead. She hasn't had a lead like that in this match.
A3.
It almost seems as though Wang Yidi has accepted defeat. She'll continue to fight, but staring down the barrel. And I think that the better you embrace that seemingly inevitable situation, the better. That's why when players are down, they often play more freely, because they've taken that pressure off. It can be there at 0-0 or say 9-all. Or if you're in a lead by a few points, as Yingsha is here, it's not over yet.
Certainly not over yet. Wang Yidi can just go for it.
Beautiful switch. Yingsha trying to play the line. That was clever. Good coverage. Good anticipation. Good point construction from the third seed.
Yingsha, they're closing in on a place in the final. Goes long, and it's match points for Yingsha, 5 match points.
When it rains, it pours. The floodgates have opened. Through the rain and the shine, Yingsha still able to find a way.
Yingsha's title defense intact, a comprehensive victory in that last game, 11 points to 5. She salutes this raucous crowd. Thousands of people all chanting for last year's champion. Yingsha now into the final. It was a valiant effort from Wang Yidi taking the opening 2 games. But Yingsha in full control in game number 6. Looking for back-to-back champions titles in Chongqing. Just too good when she was at her best, Fraser.
Incredible. And Wang Yidi playing out of her skin in the first 2 games. Shaking and stirring Yingsha, who just took a bit of extra time, paused, reset mentally, came back stronger, as she does more than often. A similar kind of tough test to that she had against Satsuki Odo. She sees off Wang Yidi in more comfortable fashion than what she could in that semi-final at the Singapore Smash. 4 games to 2 this time. That 6th game was crucial.
And of course, let's not forget those game points that Wang Yidi had in the 5th, how different it could have been. But congratulations, Yingsha. We look forward to seeing her